What's up, ladies and gents? We are about 6 hours deep into a 13-hour drive to Kansas. Maybe a little more than that. You know, we've been buried in the northeast tundra for the last, almost 2 weeks, literally. Been hunting at camp in 5 feet of snow, no exaggeration. It's been cold at home. It's been nice because the weather's, especially at home, has been good to deer hunting, but nice change of pace here going to Kansas. Dave and I, we still got 2 tags in our pocket. We had a blast coming out here in end of October, although we were hunting in basically Jamaica because it was 94 degrees most of the time we were here. So coming here in December is going to be a nice change of pace, although the first couple of days are warm as well. We just bring it. We bring the heat. But weather looks clear all week. No precipitation. We're not used to that. It's going to feel good. We got bucks on camera. Parker's getting some stuff ready. Driving through the day here. Should arrive late tonight, and we'll unpack, get a little sleep, and we're gonna get after it tomorrow. So I don't know, feel pretty good. Like I said, we're coming to fill the tag. Kansas, baby, let's go. Little late December action.
Yep. It's just fine. Get me the hell out of here.
Down.
Get me the hell out of here.
Shutting her down for the night.
Holy shoot. At least it's not 4 degrees.
Yeah, seriously.
This is the humble abode. Thank the Lord that we're here. That was a heck of a trip. I don't know why it felt so long, but it did. Felt long as hell. Now we got to unload all this shit, eat a little something, go to bed. I need my bed bad. Not feeling great, but we're here. That's all that matters. Kansas, we're here. TAGNBRAG Nation, welcome back to Kansas. Dino and I had a long drive that felt twice as long as it was yesterday, and if you can hear in the cadence of my voice, I'm slightly under the weather, but we're here in Kansas mid-December, and one more run at it. One more run, Kansas year 2, 3rd trip out here, dream come true. We're excited to be here. I have very, very nervous, anxious, killing energy right now. Had a little breakfast, and we are going to set some cameras. We are going to put some feed out this time of year. This is it. The deer are shifting now from the rut and being worn down from the rut, and now it's all about food. How can they replenish themselves? How can they get back to fighting weight so that next year they can do it all over again? Well, we're gonna go dump some feed to them. We got some Whitetail Institute tall tine, and I personally think it's gonna give us the edge that we need. It's gonna be a little bit of a different taste. It's not just corn. It actually has some value and nutrition for the deer. They get a little bit of that. They know what they want. They know what they need to replenish their bodies. And hopefully that's gonna be the edge that we need to tag a couple bucks here. But we are on the hunt. We are on the chase. It feels good to be back. The weather is fantastic, and it's going to continue to be fantastic all week. We are excited. It's on, baby. It is on. Come with us. It's going to be a fun journey no matter what. We got to go air up the tire though, because we got a flat.
Getting a blind bushed in right now with some cedar, some grass. Got this big tree structure right here. that we're pushing this blind up against. There was this is a cow pasture, and they got the cows out of here now, so usually the deer use it a lot more once the cows are out. But we got winter wheat on the next field over. It's literally right here, and the deer are piling out into the winter wheat right now, so we're trying to catch them before they go out or after they are out in the field on their way back to bed. We're a little bit out of the transition area, but we're trying to catch them with some of this tall tine and feed, stopping here on their way back to bed in this huge ditch. So Parker's been seeing a lot of deer coming out of here. There's a nice 6x5 in here. He's got low tines, really nice deer. There's a few other ones as well, but he's who we're in here after. So getting it bushed in. We need a south wind to hunt this. We got a northwest wind tonight, so we won't be in here tonight, but I think we got a south wind tomorrow. It should set up for Alright you guys, it's a little windy over here, but we just set up camera up in here. This is the spot that I sat up last day when we were here in October. The last day I set up right on that fence row, but a lot of them deer were coming out of this cut corn, and a lot of them were coming out of this bedding area. I saw the little big make a rut or make 2 scrapes on the backside of that field right there. And he's been out here since, but look at this. Look at this deep down trail coming to and from this cut bean field. We got a bunch of tall pine out here, and just another ambush. It's kind of a little bit of an outlier spot. It's a really weird, just interesting spot why the deer are here, but you can't argue with it. You just got to go to it. There's a winter wheat field just past the cornfield over there. Just on the other side of these trees, there's a winter wheat field as well. So a lot of bedding in here and a lot of food, and we're just kind of catching them in between. But this is an awesome spot, and I do have high hopes because there was a ton of deer in here in October, and there was a couple really nice bucks. We'll see. Yeah.
You need to put coffee. Huh? You need to put coffee. There's probably a lot of people that are going to be like,
you bait deer, can't you do it? You're not a real hunter. You're not a real hunter. Can't you do it another way? Can't you hike in 45 miles and get it done? Hey, listen.
this is how we're doing it. It's Kansas. It's legal. If you don't like it, the door's over there. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay? And you know what? I don't give a shit about your opinion. How about that? We're using it. We can. Tall tine, it works. It gives us an edge. We're out here in Kansas for 5 days. We've got essentially 5 afternoon hunts. We're going ham. We're pouring it to them. We're going to have them come eat it, and we're going to shoot them over it. And that's just what we're going to do. So if you don't like it, like I said, doors that way. Alright, you guys, this is the last spot that we put up. And this is a doozy. There's a bunch of really good deer that are using this. It's really tight quarters down here. But we got some tall tine out. We got a new Moultrie set up. And then it's going to be a ground attack in the blind. These deer, there's a big chunk of timber right here that they jump the fence right over here and come into here. There's cut corn all above us, and there's cut corn behind us. So the goal is basically to catch them coming from the bed, going into the cut corn to feed. And we got some feed out in the middle so that we can get them to stop and catch them coming in here a little bit. So awesome spot. I don't think we're going to be able to be in here tonight. The wind is kind of blowing out this way. I don't know. We're going to decide, but we got to go get some lunch. We got to saddle up. And we got tracks to make, so.
Well, ladies and gents, first night in Kansas. We had a lot of setup to do today, a lot of deer chores to do, but we had planned, Dave and I were talking, we wanted to get it all done today, set ourselves up for the week. Today and tomorrow are the warmest 2 days of the week, so it just made sense to get as much as we possibly could done today, which we did, so that was good. A few little minor hiccups along the way, as always, but we're jumping in the tree tonight. David's gonna film me. Very excited about this because honestly, it's just more fun to hunt with someone, let alone your brother. But we love solo filming, and we do it because we can be eyes in two different places. Definitely has its advantages, but you can't beat being in the tree with someone. You just can't. So we're running low on time, honestly, this afternoon anyway. We got a spot we set up this morning. It's been established for a couple of weeks. We got actually a couple good shooters in it, but a buck in this particular section that we were trying to hunt last year. We call him a Woody from Toy Story. Woody, one of my favorite characters. But he's still alive. He's in there. He's a monster 11-point, awesome buck. So we're going in to try to get eyes on him, or there's a really nice heavy 8 in here also. But we're gonna slip in and enjoy this. This is a turbo sit. We're gonna have, we'll have about 2 hours max when we get in there. So we got good access. We'll jump in. Beautiful day. Enjoy the first night, first sit in Kansas. And we're going to a tree where it honestly all started for us. So God bless. I can't wait.
Well, the chase is on, bro.
The chase is on.
We're here and we're going after it. Ain't no place we'd rather be. What's it?
I feel so naked.
No, let's wait. Get up, hang your bow up, and be done. I don't know how long it has.
Forever. Well, not ever, but
10 plus years probably.
Dude, there's a buck right there.
Where?
Right there. We got a pretty nice buck. It's that 3-year-old 8. Nice deer. He's just he looked like he just got up. You see him?
Yeah.
Pretty here.
I can't see.
I only saw his profile, but his tines are nice.
I can't see his
no, I can't see him. His head's behind the tree. I saw the rack. I thought it was Woody for a second.
Oh.
I'm like, what the hell?
What the hell is he doing?
That's not. He's just scanning.
Man, that is a pretty. There's another one. There's another one.
Oh, that's that old 8.
Jesus.
That's a heavy little rack on that deer.
I don't even have the fluid head on yet.
Probably get it on.
They're coming.
Yeah, they're gonna come. Yell.
Dude, they're coming. Is that GoPro?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're coming right here.
Coming right here. Might circle downwind of us a little bit.
Oh, they're gonna hit that. They're gonna hit the wind of the cone first. That is a nice deer.
This is insane.
This is insane. bedding area. Looks like a half rack. Is a nice buck. We're up here in the freaking sun and they don't even, I mean, obviously they look up every once in a while, but it's insane.
Welcome to Kansas.
Welcome to Kansas. Quickly. Man, Dave and I have had some pretty incredible hunts in this stand, but always together. Like I sat here in October and I saw a couple deer, but nothing crazy. But man, we had a lot of work to do today and we knew we were getting in a little bit late, but we literally just got up in the tree. David just got the tree arm on, not even the fluid head. I mean, I literally just knocked an arrow and I looked up and I saw legs walking through the bedding area and out in front of us. Immediately saw horns. Recognized the deer. I mean, that is one pretty deer. I mean, honestly, almost tempting to shoot, but it was so early, like we just got in here. I'm like, and then right behind him is another 8 that, like, I don't know if he's just very unique in his coat or what. He looks like old in the face, but He's a tight racked heavy 8, and then 10 minutes behind him is another nice half rack that's kind of busted up. All three of them are just, I mean, gonna be spectacular bucks next year, but that one tall 8 is really, really nice. But we got bombarded as soon as we got in the stand. David's freehanding the camera. The second angle that he's holding now is on my seat. I mean, that was insane. That was insane. That was insane. It's a warm day, like not expecting that, expecting a late move, and as soon as we get in, here comes some deer. Here comes some bucks. Man, insane. This is such a pretty spot. You can see a lot. You can see a ton. And when they're just coming through this Kansas CRP, I don't know. It's just awesome. Awesome. That was a pretty cool entry to Kansas, back to Kansas. But there's a couple nice bucks in here, so there's a couple good shooters in here. So
I can't believe you didn't shoot that one. That was a hell of a pass.
yeah, dude, it's just so early.
I know. I don't blame you at all. I think
After we saw the next buck coming, I'm like, there's gonna be more.
Oh,
I just
no.
felt like they weren't gonna stop coming.
Well, I think your observation is right. I don't think they're gonna stop coming.
Yeah, that's a good buck though. I mean, yeah, he's got other than being a little narrow. Man,
He's got it all.
he's got tall, nice brow tines, tall 2s, really tall 3s.
And he's kind of heavy.
And he is kind of heavy, and he's got those beams that just kind of tip in at the end. That's an awesome buck. Sheesh. Lane is gonna be like, that's not what you said you were gonna do.
What'd you say?
I said Elaine is gonna be like, that's not what you said you were gonna do. You said you were shooting something quickly.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Round 2.
Sorry, honey, I couldn't get a shot. It looks like they're chasing. Oh, that's a big deer. Oh, he's chasing that little doe.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh yeah, that is a big deer. It's the 8.
Yeah, it is. Wow, that's a big deer.
That's a big deer.
Oh yeah, kill him. I heard grunting, man. I was like, what, is that a grunt? Come on, chase him right over here.
Where'd they go?
Oh, there's another little one behind them. Satellite. And another one. That looks like a doe. She's running this way. They're coming.
Are they?
Well, kinda. Maybe not. Come on, damn it, they're going that way.
Can you see them?
Yeah. Chasing her away, but they might come right back.
Where at?
They just went dead away from us. Like right through the cedars.
Okay.
That's him, yeah, he's out there. Oh, that might be that half rack way out on the... Yeah, it is.
The buck's coming towards us, Dean.
Is he?
Yeah. Easy, 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 easy. He's looking for her.
Okay, I see him now.
Oh, I see her. She's trying to loot.
Come on now. Come on, come right back here.
Oh. There's another buck. Oh, that's the...
That's the 8 that was just standing up there. There's a few doe on the road down there,
Okay.
just so you know. See, he's looking for her.
I think they're going away. Yeah. Come on, Mama.
He's right on her.
Yes, he is.
Jeez, oh man.
This is freaking insane.
Insane, dude. They're always...
That's a big buck.
Oh yeah. Good.
He's mature.
Good for me. Yeah, you can tell that's a... He's got a freaking big neck on him. That is nuts. I mean, we saw this last year. That was I don't know, it was a week earlier than it is now, but December 16th, and that buck and numerous other bucks are dogging a fawn, basically. It was a very small doe, but he is on her, and he's trying to keep these other bucks that are following off of her. But I could hear faint grunting, and it's this time of year, so you almost put it off like that's not what I'm really hearing. But I caught flashes of him with that head down, cruising, and I saw his rack, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That was one of the 2 shooters we're in here after. Really, really nice deer. That's a tank of an 8. It's like freaking 15 still out there.
Down heat.
Dude, I don't know. They're in what looks like cut beans. One of the deer out in the field is laying down.
There's a deer.
Yeah.
It's
that half rack.
Is it?
Yeah.
They gotta still be in there then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what a night. What a night in Kansas. I mean, I honestly, for a second, I thought we were gonna get a crack. Had those 3 bucks come in early, one really good one. Let them go because it was so early, and we know from the camera there's a couple good shooters in here, and I don't know what it was, 30, 40 minutes later, I kept hearing grunting in this CRP thick stuff in here, and it was very faint. I honestly, in my head, I thought it was like some kind of a bird, because I'm like, bucks aren't grunting anymore. It's December 16th. And it kept getting louder, and I was like, no, something's grunting. And as soon as I thought that in my head, I saw flashes, and little doe came running out, and that big heavy 8-pointer was right behind her. There's another little buck kind of following along. I think the mature doe of the fawn was chasing the bucks around, kind of like, what are you doing to my offspring? But I thought he was gonna chase her right out in front of us, and they just hooked left and went into the cover. But there's a farm over there. I didn't think they would keep going that way. I thought they would loop back into this section, and they may have just stayed in there, but he didn't chase her back through. But it's a good sign he's in here, and so are numerous other bucks. So I know the big 11-point that we call Woody is in here too. There's so many deer everywhere in here. He's not far. It was a warm afternoon, and but clearly to some deer it does not matter out here in Kansas. It helps when you have cold weather, but it doesn't matter. We had to have seen close to 30 deer, 8 or 9 different bucks. I mean, it's just incredible.
In a little less than 2 hours.
Literally, yeah, in a little less than 2 hours. I mean, we got in late, and I'm glad we did. We're gonna have wind switches kind of all week, so we're gonna be bouncing around. But this is definitely a stand that you want to be back in the afternoon. That's for sure. We're also going to get David a cough drop.
Oh my God. This is brutal.
It's our second day here in Kansas, second hunting day anyway. And while we were out here in October, we were hunting this specific farm for a couple different bucks that actually, several of them have gotten killed since then, but there's still a couple good deer left in this particular area. And before we left, we had picked out a spot or a tree literally via Onyx Maps, because we were hunting over in a corner here, and this is an entire bedding area, really awesome bedding area that has a little strip finger of timber that goes through a cow pasture basically and feeds out into a huge winter wheat field. And December in Kansas, a lot of these deer are hitting winter wheat fields. That's their go-to food source. And a lot of these deer are coming from numerous bedding areas, but this one main one in particular, they work this finger. Actually, it's like pin oak trees in October. They were all up through this finger, eating acorns as they were going out to other fields to eat. But they're using this finger a ton. The problem with it was in October is a lot of the trees are in this low area. This pasture has grass that's up higher, and the finger of woods is in a creek bottom that's lower, that runs through literally the whole section of property. So if you want to get in a tree, you got to be lower in here. Well, that's how we were hunting in October. Well, there's a pond on this property that's literally got this berm. I think it almost looks like a man-made pond for the cattle, because there's a berm on the one side of it that's up probably 8 to 10 feet higher than everything else, and right on the end of it there's a couple cedar trees and a different tree that's up on a high point. This is exactly where you need to be to have a visual on this entire bedding area with a south wind. You can walk in from the road and everything's in your face. You can see everything in front of you and still be able to catch all these deer working this finger perfectly out to this winter wheat field. So you can see on the map, I love the 3D feature on OnX, and you put the exaggeration up all the way so that you can really see all the elevation changes, and you can see it perfectly right here. Look at this pond, and you got this whole little ridge that runs on the back side of it. That tree is, boom, right here on the end of it. These deer love to come out of this bed that's below, and they work this low area right out to the winter wheat. So being right above them, your wind's going to be better. Your viewage is going to be better. You have the full advantage being up on this little knoll here. And Dave and I are going to get ready and go hang a stand in that tree. We had it planned out a month and a half ago. We just needed the right deer to be in here. We put a camera out, some tall tine in this spot 2 days ago. And one of the deer that was here in October, a beautiful 6x5, we just named him Scott. And he showed up on camera last night and was in there early this morning, not in shooting light, but we suspect he went into this bedding area. We're going to go hang a stand, perfect south wind for tonight, and we're going to try to ambush him coming back to the winter wheat tonight. So, got the jitters. It's a game. The game plan is on. We used OnX to plan the whole thing, and we're going to go execute. This is the tree that we picked out on OnX for a reason. Look at this. We're just surrounded with a little clump of cedars right here. This is that pond. All bedding area up there. And you can just see as you come up right here, this is it's a berm. And drops right off into the creek right there. And this tree is on a high point. It's gonna be tough to get in here because there's so many shoots that come off this tree. And it's gonna be tight in there, but I think it's where we need to be. We're gonna have to try it here.
Start with a stick right here, like this.
Yeah.
And then go here. And then you're gonna have to get up this.
I don't care where they are in there, as long as you can hop to it and get into wherever we want to face it.
Yeah. I think we got to get a couple sticks up and just see, once you get up in there,
Yeah.
you know, you could then assess it a little bit better.
Guys, this is my favorite way to hunt right here. If you can find an ambush like this little high rise surrounded by cedars, you could have deer 30 yards away and potentially get out of the tree and sneak out on the backside of this pond. And we would have never gotten this stand in this tree without XOP setup. And this thing's going, these sticks are going every which way. And this tree is leaning back a ton, which I like. I like your weight leaning back as opposed to forward, but the leveling system on these XOPs makes it literally perfect on this angled tree. And I can see the whole line of this bedding area. Like when we hunted here in October, down in the creek bottom, right below us, you couldn't see, there was just too much blocking. You couldn't see it, and now you can. So we got this stand up quick. I'm gonna get my tree arm base, 4th arrow tree arm all in here, get my stuff set up so I can just slip in and enjoy this sit. I'm excited about this. This is awesome, freaking awesome.
Well, that was efficient. That was efficient, and that might be one of the best spots that we've ever hung, ever. Seriously. Like, that is Kansas to a T. And this access is unreal. Look at this access. You stay on the high side of this pond dam, and all these cedars are blocking you from where the deer are going. And there's no leaves up here, so it's dead. It's dead quiet. Like, everything about that spot is unreal. And the deer, you can see there's track all through here because they're coming to get a drink. This is the only water source, or one of the few water sources that you've got around here. So unbelievable, awesome spot. That was a money set, money execution. We're gonna go out and get some lunch, and I'm excited for tonight. That I will tell you. I am very excited for tonight.
All right, Nation, we're lickety-splitting tonight, and I feel really good about both of our situations we got going on. Two completely different hunts. Dave's slipping into a blind, which is freaking badass, and there is like literally a handful of shooters in the area, and we just hung a sick XOP eagle's nest in a property we were hunting in October quite a bit. So both got some nice deer. We got awesome setups for the win. Just we're prepared. We're gonna go in and enjoy the night. Sucks we're not hunting together, but that's why we're hunting separately, so hopefully we can hunt together sooner.
Then later.
Sooner than later.
No, tonight's I like our plan tonight. I liked it last night. But tonight we're meant to be separated together in spirit and headed towards one common goal, and that is to put a tag on a majestic Kansas whitetail. And I think we got two great opportunities. Like Dean said, two completely different setups. Dean's gonna be able to see a country mile, but he's also right next to the bedding area and in the chips, and I am in a little bit more of tight quarters, but also right next to the bedding area and literally, you know, steps away from one of these bucks just taking a walk. Wind's perfect and I feel good.
Got a little overcast today. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the sunshine. I think the deer like the sunshine, but it is, when you're in a tree, it is a little difficult to move when you're getting pelted by the sun, and with no leaves on the trees, it's pretty common at this time of year. So, like the day, feels bucky.
Kill one.
Is that a word? Let's go.
Let's go.
So quick. I just got set up in here and I already had a buck run into me. Came out of the bedding area perfect. 30 yards. Gotta hope our big guy does it. Scotty. Didn't even have time to do an interview, guys. This wind, this setup tonight is so incredible. Wind is just blowing right over this pond. It is absolutely perfect. I'm up on a high point. I feel like I could dance up here with this wind, and this deer is not going to look up here. It's just a perfect spot. Dave's going to be in an awesome blind. Feels good tonight. It's like 50, low 50s right now, but it feels a little chillier with this breeze and overcast. Come on, baby. This is a Kansas spot. I want it.
Well, we're about 20-25 minutes from sunset, so we got about an hour left. Well, a little less than an hour left, I should say. Still waiting to see my first deer. Got a little possum out in front of here. Cameras are starting to pop off a little bit, so with any luck, we'll see one soon. As y'all can tell, I'm a little under the weather. My congestion is killing me, and I keep having these little, like, coughing spells. That's not good for hunting at all. Oh, I see deer. See, just had to talk about deer.
we start seeing deer. Oh, buck. What deer is that? That's a good buck. I think it's at 10 point. Holy shit. I'm gonna get tempted. Oh boy. It's about to get wild in here, guys. It's about to get a little wild. I don't think I'm gonna shoot this deer, but there's multiple deer in there, though. Where's he going? Oh boy. Jump the fence. Shit, this deer's like 30 yards.
spotted that nice mature half rack. Well, he's not a half rack, he's just busted up. He's making his way to me. There was another buck right before him that went to the right. I couldn't tell which deer it was. this half rack coming in. There's another 8-point off to the field behind me. Looks like that deer wants to go his direction. Got a couple small bucks and a couple doe around me now, but gonna slowly wrap up and see if I can sneak out of here. Nice night to sit. What's up, y'all? It is the 18th of December, and Dave and I decided to get a morning hunt in because it's real cold today. Like a 15-20 degree drop and high temp for today. And it's only like 32 degrees right now, but a nice stiff north breeze. It feels like it's in the low 20s or around 20 degrees. So we decided to come in together. We only have one other spot that's really good for a northwest wind. It's a little tougher to get into, so we just decided to do the fun thing and sit together. We got in and set up a little bit ago, and the neighbor is doing his harassment deal, and he's driving through his field again. Like, I mean, it's crazy that he did the same thing to us last year. And whatever. He'll do his thing and get out of here, and then we'll continue to hunt. It's honestly, I feel bad for the dude that he's got nothing else to do. But not much you can do, but we say this all the time. You just gotta pray for them and hope someday they find something better to do that's worth more of their time than to try to make the world a worse place. Because that is what people like you do.
That was a great rant.
Well, I mean, it's all, anyone can disagree with me, but, and yeah, people will probably be like, oh, he's got his own property. That's fine. I agree with you. Yeah. I 100% agree with you. But the problem is, we know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to harass the hunt. But that's fine, because he's going to leave, and we're going to see a nice buck and try to shoot it. Time for some soup. Time for a hot
warm
cup
up
of
with some soup.
Time for a hot cup of Joe. Why is it Joe?
I don't know. Yeah, hot cup of Joe. I don't know.
I think it's Joe.
Yeah,
Like Joe.
I think so too.
What?
Why can't it be John?
Hot cup of John?
Cup of Dean.
Cup of Jose?
Cup of David.
Cup of David?
Would you like to have a cup of David?
Well, for how much we can see, it's been an incredibly slow morning, but we're looking at all the cameras and stuff too. Everything has just been dead. It's honestly been dead since the middle of last night. Hopefully that means it's fixing to blow here this afternoon. But we had some clouds roll in yesterday. It feels, like I said yesterday, bucky, but maybe they don't, maybe they prefer the sunshine, just like your boys. We had some wind move in overnight. It's still here, and these clouds are supposed to break up this afternoon. But you know, the temps are going to stay low, so we're hoping it's gonna get good here this afternoon. It needs to spark for us. So we're gonna start wrapping up with how slow it's been. Get out, get some lunch, and we're gonna get back in early this afternoon, and hopefully it sparks up for us. Day 3 in Kansas.
Wait. I wish we would have had that on video. Parker tried to pull off the trailer with the buggy still hooked up to the trailer.
Midday, we're moving a stand for Dean. Getting it out onto the edge of this alfalfa field. Kind of a slow morning for all of us this morning. And we're hoping that changes this evening, so we're shifting things around and trying to make it work. But this is an awesome field, and it goes out to a winter wheat field. There's a ton of trails coming through here. I'm trying to make this as efficient and as quiet as possible. If you guys remember, Dean and I set up a stand over here in that tree in October. Look at these guys. Yeah, this is way better.
Yeah,
This is way better.
well, you could come sit here with no feed and have a good hunt.
But we got good feed, so we gonna have good hunt, folks.
We're going in for the afternoon. Dino and I are lickety splitting. Dean's going back to where we were this morning, even though the Toyota Tacoma man had to ransack the whole field next to us. Didn't really do much damage, I don't think, because we didn't see much this morning. And there's a couple big deer in here. There's just a lot of deer in here. The sky's breaking up. Seems like high pressure is moving in. The wind has died down, which is going to be great for where Dean's going for sure. And man, it just feels good. It's cold today. I mean, it's 16 degrees colder than when we went in yesterday, which is a huge difference. And it's going to drop down even lower overnight tonight. So
It would be a good night to
celebrate.
let me know when you're in.
I will. You too.
I will.
TAGNBRAG Nation. Where are we right now? Look at this spot. This is insane. This is insane. I don't know if I should have brought a fishing rod or my bow. I'm glad I got my bow, but I kind of think I should have brought both. I mean, I am in the bed. I'm in the bedding area. There's no doubt about it. So,
Parker hung this stand last year. I don't think anybody's ever hunted it before. And last year when he hung it, he actually hung it right before we got here. All this water, it was kind of a drought year last year. Later in the season, none of this water was here. Well, we had a little bit of a wetter year this year, and as you can see, there's a river flowing through here now. But the deer sign is all over in here. And normally, like when I came here in October, when we came here in October, this was filled with cows. The cows are out of here now. And the deer are using it even more. They use it when the cows are in here, but they're using it even more now. There's a buck that we call Victor. Parker actually shot him with a rifle almost 2 weeks ago now. The deer's alive and well, and he's living somewhere in here, and he was living somewhere in here. We have not seen him on camera since we've been here yet, but you just can't rule it out. You can't rule these Kansas bucks out of anything. And all of a sudden it could turn on in the flip of a switch. I'm not really sure what to expect or what to want or what to wish for in here. I'm just here. I'm grateful to be here. And I'm happy to be in a tree in Kansas. It's December 18th. Finally cooled down a little bit. I think it's upper 30s now that it's mid-afternoon, but it's going to dip down low into the 20s tonight. So we're in the middle of the red moon. These deer want to get back to feed. You just got to hope that they want to come feed in here tonight. Something that we want to shoot wants to come feed in here tonight. The 8-point that Dean passed up on night 1 has been in here the last 2 days, and we got to be close to a mile apart. So these deer move and shake pretty quick around here. But we're in, we're set up. We got about 3 hours this evening to enjoy what Kansas has to offer. Win, lose, or draw. As I always say, I'm grateful to be here, so we're winning already. We're winning already. There's a buck out here. It's so hard to see him in the glare of the sun. He's in the shadows. He went into the shadows over here. I can't see him right now. He was just milling around and feeding, kind of in the bedding area. I feel like if he kept coming to my left, he would have to cross the water. Oh, there he is. I don't recognize that deer. He clearly hasn't been in here either, because he walked right past the feed. Oh, there's another deer right here. Another buck.
goodness, these deer are on you like that in here. He's making a scrape. I just saw 2 8 points back to back. The second one was on my side of the fence, jumped it and made a scrape right on the other side. Jeez, oh man. That was a lot in a short period of time.
It's about 4:30. It's golden hour, folks. Golden hour. I just had a spike come out kind of the end of the bedding area and walk up towards the winter wheat. What a night. It is beautiful out here. Unreal. I am shocked I haven't seen more deer. That was the first one I saw. They gotta get up and move here. I'm seeing 2 bucks just jump the fence, cross the creek, and dip down out. Very interesting. this wind is supposed to be dead north. Which is pretty much in my face from the direction I'm looking, and it is blowing dead west right at these deer. I can feel it hitting me. There's another deer back there. I don't know how these deer aren't all spooking. They can smell me. My wind is horrible right now. And it is literally supposed to be the complete opposite of what it's doing. It's supposed to be right in my face. It's blowing that way. get him. Did I get him? Go down, baby. Go down. Go down. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? You miss him? Oh my God, I think I missed him. You gotta be kidding me. What's up, y'all? It is the 19th of December, and last night was pretty hectic. So the buck I was after, one of the shooters we were after last night came in. I was by myself, self-filming. He came in to feed and faced me literally for minutes, and I was losing light. It was dead quiet. There were deer all around me, some of which were looking at me. The wind had switched. It was blowing right at the deer. I don't know how they weren't more alerted than they were, but they knew I was there. And I just kept waiting for this deer to turn to be able to get a shot. And as I'm losing light and he finally turns, I have other deer looking at me, and I thought my only shot was I gotta just draw and try to get my bow back and see if I can get a shot at him. And I figured he would look at me or hear me draw, which he did. And I probably had more time than I did, but I got my bow back. I honestly, guys, I had buck fever. My heart was pounding. I was shaking like crazy. I think it was just the fact that I was running against time and thought he was gonna dip out of there if he heard me draw. And I got my bow back. I settled my pin right on the middle of his shoulders, which I'm always a advocate to shoot lower thirds. Michael Waddell says the same thing. And I was just right in the middle, which I don't think is bad, but with it being so quiet and he heard me draw and he was looking at me, I squeezed the shot off. I don't think I pulled it or anything. It felt really good. He just ducked a few inches and I hit him high. I hit him right, it looks like I hit him right on the top of the back. Got the arrow. It does have blood on it. It's not coated, but it also has like meat chunks on it. It's got a lot of different things on it. And my initial inclination was that I smoked him. I just thought I did. I heard it hit. I saw my arrow tracking right where I put it, and I didn't notice at the time that he dipped a little bit. He ducked a little bit, and I thought I smoked him. He went 60 yards, stopped. I thought he was going to tip over, and then he was just very, very calmly walked off. But I don't know. It was a very weird situation. A deer that's like haircutted or hit through the back strap or maybe the top of the shoulders, normally a mature buck like that is getting the heck out of the area, like getting gone. And he didn't do that. He didn't even look back at me. His ears were back. He almost wobbled a couple times, and he just very, very slowly walked off. It was honestly really, really confusing. The way he walked off, I thought I clean missed him after the fact. You can hear me in the video, like, ask myself, did I miss him? So he eased into like the bedding area. It got dark. I got down, I literally belly crawled to get my arrow, and then I just got out of there. We haven't looked for blood or anything yet. I didn't want to disturb anything with being unsure about the shot. So a lot went on last night. It was crazy trying to do that all myself. But yeah, it's my fault for not holding lower third. And I think like I said, with him ducking, I hit him a little bit high. But David's hunting this morning, and we're gonna go check things out as soon as he's done here. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, so it might be a little tough. We had a frost last night, and now things are melting. I don't know what that's gonna do to the blood, but we could see exactly which trail he took leaving, so we should be able to get a grip on, you know, if he's, for some reason he's vitally hit. It's hard to see in the video, but there's a chance I could have gotten a high, maybe single long, the way he rolled. Also, the way the arrow is down in the ground when it goes through him, kind of has us scratching our heads a little bit. So like I said, I went from thinking I smoked him to thinking I clean missed him, to now just thinking I hit him like right on the top of the back and he would be fine. But we got to go check things out. Like I said, I've never seen a deer act that way, being unvitally hit. Normally they just boogie out and get out of there. And yeah, he just was acting weird. So we're gonna go back in. We gotta go check it out. I want to know one way or the other that I either hit him where I thought I did and he's gonna be okay, or I don't know, maybe for some crazy reason I got a lung and he's vitally hit. But we're gonna do everything we can to try to figure it out one way or the other. But what a night, what a deer, incredible deer. It is what it is. That's part of bow hunting. You think it's made to order. He's right there. He's 25 yards. He came right in. He was there for a while. And yeah, you can knock on it. You can knock on me all you want. That's fine. But in the heat of the moment on a deer like that, when you're by yourself and you're starting to lose light and you're trying to self-film and make sure everything's right, you know, I'm a bow hunter and I was geeking. My heart was pounding, and he got the best of me. But I think I did everything okay. I just didn't hold for the situation as low as I would like to, knowing that he would react a little bit. And yeah, just hit him high. I'm kicking myself, but only thing I can do now is go check everything out and do our best to make sure he's either okay or find him.
TAGNBRAG Nation. Well, it's been a nice morning to be in the blind, that's for sure. Beautiful sunrise. I've seen 3 deer. Had some action. I saw the same buck twice. The sun is getting to a point where it's peaking in this blind, and I think I'm going to get lit up pretty good. And not to mention, I'm just in, my mind is in complete and utter bird dog mode. I can't think about anything else besides Dean's shot in this deer and trying to recover him. My mind is in bird dog mode. I pride myself on analyzing the shot. I pride myself on having the skills to track and get in a big buck's head when they're hurt and when they're wounded. I do.
just went running across the... I don't know what that was about. But we've got to get back in there, and we got to get boots on the ground, and we got to go check it out. You know, with a high shot like that, one of my concerns is not being able to see a ton of blood because of the high shot. And then just how far can he go? You know, if he's one long hit, how far can he take that? How far is he willing to take it? The good part is Dean got down, got his arrow, and got out of there last night. So I don't know, man. I'm so anxious. I'm so, my mind is lost in this moment, or in this situation, and not lost to the point of like, I don't know what to do. It's lost to the point of like, I'm ready to go figure it out, go help him, and go get some sort of closure to this, and hopefully, Lord willing, it's the closure. It's the good closure. It's the celebratory closure on this insane Kansas trip already. So I'm gonna wrap up my stuff, and I'm gonna get out of here, and go back, grab Dean, maybe grab a little bite to eat, if I can even eat anything. I'm just so anxious that I don't even know that I will care to eat, but I know I need the energy and the fuel to keep my mind and stuff right to pursue this deer and find him.
All right, guys, we tracked about 180 yards. There was some blood to start. I mean, yeah, there was some blood to start. The last 60 yards or so, it's gotten very, very minimal. In the last 20 yards, I've literally been on all fours with my face about 6 inches from the ground just to find specks. In the last probably 40 minutes, we've found specks about 20 yards. It's running dry. I don't like to stop and give up or anything like that. He's about to cross onto a neighboring property. We'd have to go get permission to look more, but just by the way of the footage and everything, and how he ducks and how he acts after, I really think I just went through his straps. I got no excuses other than the moment got me a little bit, and I just should have been aiming lower. It happens to so many people. I mean,
I don't think you didn't pull the shot.
No, I don't think I pulled that high or anything like that. I just was given the situation and how I knew he was going to look at me drawing, which he did, and yeah, just given that situation, I have the tendency to always aim for the heart. My heart was pounding, and I was honestly shocked. I got the bow back, and as soon as I got right in the middle of his body, I picked my spot and I let it go, and he just was waiting for something to happen, and he ducked enough. I mean, I'm inches from hitting him probably high long, or I'm inches from spining him realistically.
Less than that, dude.
Yeah, maybe an inch from spining him. I think it went through solid backstrap. I mean, that arrow's coated in meat. It wasn't like I just took off the top of his back, because a lot of the blood is coming off the right side of the trail, which is his opposite side that I shot on. So he's got an exit hole basically, and
Yeah.
it's up high, but I just didn't get low enough, and he did not
help by ducking, but I got, yeah.
They're strong animals.
Strong animals, and that's if he is hitting the strap, which I'm pretty sure he is, he will survive.
Yeah, he's a big mature deer. He's gonna be all right.
He's got a half an ear. He will survive, but that's just, yeah, we put a lot of work in, a lot of time, and yeah, it just sucks. It sucks. But I was telling Dave, we're still young, we're gonna bow hunt our whole life, and you're not gonna make the next 50 arrows we shoot at deer, as much as you try and want to and strive to make them all perfect. There's a lot of variables, and they're just not gonna. But yeah, kicking myself. It's a reminder for me. Another reminder of just composing and getting the pin in the right spot. But there's certain things you can't control. You can't control what they do.
It ain't shooting at a target.
No,
that's for sure.
no. Like we talked about, Waddell talking about this. You can practice and practice and practice all you want. It's not that, because you can hear in the video, I literally thought I smoked him because my arrow tracked and literally disappeared right behind my pin. Like, I put it right where I wanted it to, but it's not shooting at a target. Your heart's pounding. There's it's the heat of the moment. A lot of things going on, and unfortunately nothing is a guarantee. Even with a gun, it's not. You think it's a done deal. People watch our content even and say whatever. They can say whatever they want about it. How do you not do this?
Yeah.
How do you not just stroke that deer at 25 yards? But
the armchair quarterback is always the harshest critic, but it's like you weren't in the moment. Your heart wasn't pounding.
Well, we
Your
live.
adrenaline wasn't going.
Part of the reason why you bow hunt and it's an addiction is to feel that emotion in the moment. And yeah, it takes a lot to compose yourself and get everything perfect. But yeah, there's some variables you can't control. Yeah, I don't know. I could talk in circles. I should have been. I'm kicking myself for not being more on the heart, the lower third of the deer. But I certainly wasn't trying to do what I did. That's for sure.
Good luck. Yep, you too. Enjoy the hunt. Enjoy the hunt. You know why? Because if you're not enjoying it, why are you going to do it? You know? If you're not enjoying it, why are you going to do it? Oh boy. Yep. You know, these opportunities, we're trying to make more of them. The deeper we get into this, and the more we hunt, and the more we experience, and the more we learn, and all that stuff. But you know, as young lads growing up in Western New York hunting and in Ohio hunting, we didn't have opportunities at bucks like this. So we wear them a little more when they don't go our way, because we appreciate them. Those opportunities, like, yeah, we just appreciate them. It's not just like another day in the woods for us. But you know, once again, you got to get back on the saddle and keep going, and that's what we gonna do.
Just want to show you guys the setup real quick. We got this XOP in this trunk tree that goes into like 5 different shoots. Look at this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Got a pond right here. These deer come to this pond to drink. I mean, look at this trail. You can see it from here. Look at this thing. Right out of that bedding area. Right to the pond. They're probably not doing it as much right now because they've gotten a lot of rain. Well, probably in the last month or so. So these ponds and little ditches have a little bit more water in them than they did in October. It was a drought, super dry in October. But if you had water around in October, they were hitting this almost before the food. And you can tell that trail kind of proves that point coming right out of the bedding area when it's hot and dry and going right to that pond. So I got that right behind me. Got this old pasture, cattle pasture. The cows are out of here now. Big, thick bedding in there. It goes back into some timber, but we got cedars and a bunch of brush all in there that the deer come out of. And then this whole finger of woods has a creek running through it, and it S-curves through this whole property. And these are all oak trees. You can see big oak trees in here. Still have their leaves on a little bit. I don't know how many acorns are still on the ground, but they're dropped. Their deer were staging in here a ton, going out to a huge winter wheat field behind me. And they would eat these acorns and just kind of hang out in here until it was time to go to the winter wheat. So it's an awesome staging area, great transition spot to catch these deer coming through. Got a big trail right here and another one that comes through this opening in the pasture and dips down into the creek right here, and then they follow that out to the winter wheat. So awesome setup, really awesome setup. It's time to get serious.
You ain't gonna see me now. Call me Black Beauty. You ain't gonna see me up in here. You ain't gonna see me unless I'm sipping on this Propecia. Come on, cornrows. Come on, cornrows. Come on, cornrows. Take a little walk for us.
So many bucks over here. I knew I heard horns together. gorgeous 10-point in there. He's not real wide, but he is damn nice. Two more mature bucks just dipped into this creek bottom. I lost them. Well, you know the drill. It's just about sunset. And I have seen no deer yet. Not a damn deer. So, you know what that means? You gotta start talking to the camera. Sometimes when you start talking to the camera, all of a sudden, things start popping. Things start popping like Mary Poppins. I am shocked. Not a dang deer. This camera was lit up yesterday at this time. Lit up. Bucks, does, all kinds of stuff going on. We've seen nothing so far. But we got about 40 minutes left, so there is still time. But I've been glassing, still haven't seen anything. Not even a tail flicker, a flash. Not nothing. Very, very. Oh, there's a deer. See, I told you. I told you. Where did you come from? See how that works. Like a charm. know, guys. I'm at a loss for words. I was definitely settled way low on that deer. I don't know what's going on with me. I was settled on that one. Everything felt good. Squeezed it. And I had to have gone right over top of his back. He was definitely not hit. Oh my gosh, guys, my God, I don't have any words right now. No words. Oh my God. I'm on a cold streak, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Might be time for me to hang it up for a few days. Wow, unreal. I'm gonna sneak on out of here.
Well, TAGNBRAG Nation, good morning. We've had about the first hour and a half. It's been relentless pursuit of the majestic whitetail. We've been covered up in deer.
Yeah.
We slipped into this blind with a marginal wind. We haven't showered this morning.
Seems to be the thing to do.
And yeah, we had a group of 4 downwind of us, or get downwind of us, and I mean, they definitely smelled us, but they didn't booger up too bad, which was kind of, honestly, made me kind of happy. We figured, with how the trip's gone so far, we might as well just try and do everything the wrong way and
See if something right happens.
maybe it'll be right. But we just got some good news. Our boy Chase just knocked down a bruiser in the old gar hole.
Yeah, really nice buck. Stud.
Really nice buck. So we got some blood in camp, that's good. That can create a lot of mojo and change a lot of things. Sway them in our direction. We decided to come in here together this morning because, it's just better that way.
It is. It's more fun. And at this point, I'm scared to shoot an arrow, so.
It's pretty insane how unforgiving this sport can be. You can prepare all you want. You can shoot your bow. This is what we do. This is what we do. And you think that all you got to do is see him, have him come into range, and it's a wrap. But that's just not the case.
Sometimes it is, but
Well, yeah, sometimes it is. But
when you make it all count, but a lot of times it's not.
Two different scenarios, but yeah, two different scenarios and two crazy outcomes. You just wouldn't ever think that buck last night Matrix ducked that arrow like I've never seen before. Like he wasn't supposed to die.
Yeah, I didn't even speak my piece on it completely because I didn't know what the heck happened, because it was just, it got dark last night, and then I didn't do that, but I mean, yeah, rough 24 hours for me in the deer woods, that's for sure. And I can make the excuse that there's with self-filming, there's a lot going on, that's for sure. But really, both scenarios made it happen, and then just didn't make it happen. But last night I tried to really learn from my, I guess you would call it, mistake 2 nights ago, even though that deer ducked a little bit too, but really should have had that pin buried on the heart. And last night, different scenario, the deer's calm, has no idea I'm there, and I put that pin on the lower part of his heart, and I still shot over his back. But honestly, when it happened so fast in the footage, we sent it to my dad and my uncle last night, and they literally were like, Uncle Jay was like, "Oh yeah, smoked him."
Yeah.
That's how fast this deer drops. Like, he dropped like a sack of bricks.
He drops so fast, the arrow like goes over his back and then lands like, kind of like skips off the ground in the background, but when it hits the ground, he's almost covering it back up again to the point where you think it goes right through him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insane. Insane. Insane.
Yeah, no, it is insane. I mean, I've been fortunate to, like, the last handful of deer that I've shot with my bow has been
Very good.
very good, clean kills, fast kills. Things happen accordingly, and it's you have to be humbled by the just hunting in general, especially filming and doing it all, because it's a lot going on, and it doesn't always work out perfectly, because Kansas has given me a rough couple days, that's for sure. I mean, I'm fortunate to not have fatally wounded or anything these deer, but my goodness.
Yeah, it's amplified even more because there's a time limit on the trip. You know,
Yeah.
it's amplified even more because it's like, it's not on your home turf where you got, a couple weeks of the season left, and you can kind of lick the wounds and maybe take a day or two off just to kind of mentally regroup and get back in the game.
And yeah, it doesn't matter how, like, still, how point blank, how whatever they are,
Yeah.
like, honestly, to me, sometimes that's harder.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes a rut hunt, like the heat of the moment, like, stop them, it's like, sometimes it happens better that way, but
Yeah.
we'll bounce back. I'll bounce back.
Well, we will bounce back. It's once again, it's a team thing. I feel it, you feel it. It happens to you, it happens to me, it doesn't matter. We both feel it. And arguably feel it in a different way and worse for you, because I know the feeling and you want to take it away. You gotta get back on the horse. I said it yesterday. On the way to get over him. I said, get under him. We've been over him twice.
I was trying to get under him last night, and I couldn't even. I tried to shoot underneath him, and I still couldn't. My gosh.
Oh my goodness.
2 nights ago, I should have held a little bit lower. The deer still ducked. Most of them do. So I'm gonna say that one was fully on me. Last night, that deer really, really dropped.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, he straight ducked the arrow.
that was the Matrix duck of the century.
There's no doubt about it. That was insane. I mean, that was insane.
He's got a cool colored rack on him. Look at that thing. That's wild. That's a stud. That's awesome.
That's like Parker talked about how dark he is.
Yeah, he's got a
really
dark.
That's the side that Dave has. We found it.
Oh,
that
the other
right-
side.
we
Yeah.
found that right
Oh
side.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I got it. It's at my house right now.
David,
That's awesome.
we're leaving.
That thing, he had to have messed that up in velvet.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Does this shed look just like that? I mean, but smaller.
Yeah, it does.
It's identical, isn't it?
That's cool. Hell yeah, he's wide.
Look at the color of his cave.
Yeah, he's
How
so
dark
dark.
it is.
He's got beamage.
He's got what?
Beamage.
Did you?
Beamage.
Oh, I thought you said. I don't know what you said.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is winding down. Old boy's getting back on the horse. The third time is a charm. You see that deer duck? That thing ducked like a mofo. Honestly, bad timing, really, is all I can say about that. That was bad timing for that sucker to do that, because it just was. But we're in Kansas. You gotta wipe your ass, wipe your tears away, and go get back in there. And we've done a lot of things wrong, and it feels good. Today we've done a lot of things wrong. We hunted the wrong wind. What else we do wrong? We ate pizza again for the second day in a row. We drank Mountain Dew every damn day we've been here. It just feels right. And you know what? I'm going to sit in the blind, back in the same blind, that the wind's worse than it was this morning. So you keep doing things wrong, you got to think, one of these times, maybe something's going to go right. It's hard to explain, you know, it's just hard to explain like what the hell's going on here. And there's really no need to talk about it anymore. You got to stay in the moment. This is the best afternoon hunt that we're going to get the entire trip. It's the coldest day of the entire trip. These deer are going to want to go to food, you have to think. We chummed everything up again today. I mean, what more could you ask for? Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it done, for gosh sakes. It's too easy. I mean, not easy, but it's too something. Bunch of bullshit is what it is. You just gotta go get it, man. See that leg shaking like that? You see that? That feels good. Just trying to get the energy flowing, man. You know, it's like, it's an energy thing, and you just gotta bring it. You gotta feel it, and you gotta bring it. And then you gotta feel it again. And then you gotta bring it. Flag's going a little bit more, let's say northeast than I would like to see right now, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, going to do things wrong and hope that something goes right. So also, our buddy Chase got it done today. So that changes the mojo in camp. You've seen the buck. A buck, Vinny and, what do we call the other? Louie? It wasn't Louie.
There's another Italian.
Sal. Sal and Vinny.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Sal. He killed Sal. Freaking Chase killed Sal. That brings the good juju back into camp. You got blood on your fingers. You got loins marinating that we can slap on the grill tonight. And that's a good sign. That just makes everybody happy. Yeah. All right. Woo! Let's go get them. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Anything that walks.
I wouldn't blame you.
All right, guys, second to last afternoon, which kind of should be the last afternoon. But if it takes till tomorrow, we'll be packing up, tearing down a stand or two in the dark. So it should be nice if it happened tonight. I mean, I'm not complaining for it to happen because it's kind of happened a couple times already. And your boy tinked one off the back of the rim, and then he airballed free throw. Wasn't good. But damn it if that doesn't make you want to come back even more. Come back harder. I'm gonna give it hell in this same stand. The wind's perfect for it. Not a ton on camera, but it's the coldest day of the week. Anything can show up, anything can move in. You don't know. And I just like this spot. I can see very far. I can see what the deer are doing, and I don't know, it just feels good. But can't hunt it tomorrow with the wind, so get in here and enjoy this beautiful cold Kansas afternoon. One more time back here. Come on.
Hey everyone. Hi. Hi. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Get a load of this. I booted about 8 deer coming in here. Let me tell you, I'm super pumped about that. I mean, there's nothing like going into a spot a little bit later than you wanted to be in there, and then booting 8+ deer right out of there as you're going in. There's nothing like it. So the theme of the day continues is do things wrong to have something go right. And we're well on that theme. I can tell you that much. We are well on that theme. Back in the same blind that Dean and I sat this morning. There's just 2 big bucks in here that I really want to get a look at. And I'm hoping that with the wrong wind in this blind, that I can get a look at them this evening. Is that not funny? Is that not funny to anybody else? Because it's funny to me. Second last evening of hunting for us here in Kansas. I'm not going to lie to you. I should say, I'd be lying to you if I told you that my mind was anything but perplexed, a little bewildered, and all that good stuff. But as I said in the car, we're erasing all that. We're going to stay in the moment for now. We can sulk on that later. Let's get the wheels burning. Let's get the wheels burning and turning and have some fun. Now what I think I should do is probably draw this bow back, yank my shoulder out, and make sure I can do that while I still have some time. Oh boy. take it that that was a little louder than I wanted it to be. You know what? We're just going to ride this one out, folks. I don't know anything else to do other than just ride this sucker right to the finish line. I got so much pine. This whole blind smells like a combination of calming zone and fresh pine. It's been a wild trip, to say the least. It's been a wild trip. Couldn't have predicted this one. I'm not going to lie to you. If you would have told us a week ago that this is what was going to happen, wouldn't have predicted it. But it's what's happening, and it's what's happened. Take it. Leave it out the back door. Sit in this chair, and let's freaking go.
Just getting settled and got a doe coming in right here.
This is going to be a test.
These deer are all right downwind of me. I mean, these deer are right downwind of me. As you can tell how she's acting. Some deer piling out of the bedding area now. That's the buck that was with the one I shot at. So he's definitely alert, rightfully so. Staring in this direction. A lot of these deer they're very weary to come near this stand. Rightfully so. Very, very cautious. When I took a shot at that buck 2 nights ago, there were 15 plus deer around here. That's part of the reason why it was so challenging to get a shot off. And most of the deer I've seen are probably a lot of the deer that were around me. They all want to come in, but they're just very, very weary. A lot of them just kind of traveled right by me and went to the winter wheat fields behind me. It's been an awesome night. I mean, I've seen deer all night since I got in. Only 3 smaller bucks, one maybe 2.5-year-old. Man, I love this stand. I love this spot. But there's been another shooter or two that's kind of sporadically in here, but they haven't been in here in a little bit. But I just took a chance tonight with this north wind, perfect wind for this spot, and I honestly, part of it, I wanted to get a shot at seeing the buck that I shot at least just to see him. But might be a little while before he returns to this area.
What a quiet morning here. I got in early this morning, and I'm just getting set up and getting situated. This is the XOP that we hung a couple days ago. Dean actually missed that 10 point 2 nights ago out of this stand. But he was back on camera overnight. There's another 11 point in here that's been consistent, but he's always in the dark. He's nocturnal, but I've been sitting in blind so much, and we got another perfect east wind right in my face for this spot. It was tough not to come and at least sit it out here, see what we could see. It's another cold morning in Kansas. 18 degrees when I came in. I can't imagine these deer won't want to be up on their feet a little bit later this morning with how cold it is. But I'm excited to be here. What an absolutely picturesque, beautiful, beautiful spot. This is about as good as it gets when it comes to Kansas. I could see a long way. I'm sitting right on the edge of the bedding area, and I actually have a really good view of the bedding area, so I should be able to see deer coming in and out of there. And across the street, there's a massive winter wheat field, so this is actually, it sets up pretty good for the morning, because I'm anticipating a lot of the deer being in the winter wheat field still right now and making their way across the road and into here. This is our last day here in Kansas. Our last day. But, like I said, last night the matriarch hasn't blown yet. The fat lady hasn't sung. So, you know us, we're going to fight to the finish. And that's what we're here to do. I got one little doe right below me. There's a whole group of them up by the fence up here. In here right now. Seems like they're all going back to bed. They're just grazing and chilling right before they hop the fence and go to bed for the day. Pretty cool.
This guy makes the pickup, and look what he's got, freaking a hot McRonnie's breakfast.
A little McBiscuit.
A little McBiscuit and a hot cup of Javi. I'll take it. Thanks.
I had to wait 20 minutes for the last cups of Javi, so.
Hopefully they're good then.
Yeah, McDonald's, I'm sorry, it sucks ass. You go in there, I'm like, can I get a couple small coffees? She's like, well, we don't, it's freaking 9:30.
We don't have coffee?
She's like, I only have decaf. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, she's like, I got a full pot of decaf, do you just want that? I'm like, no, I don't want decaf.
That's the that kind of defeats the purpose.
Alright, well, I gotta put a pot on. I'll be 5 minutes. I'm like,
Oh, boy.
okay, I'll wait.
We hung this stand in October, and I hunted it. I think Dean might have hunted it once, but I definitely hunted it a handful of times. It's a sweet spot, honestly. But unfortunately now, she's got to go. I mean, yeah, right now this is unreal. You can see this whole cut bean field behind you. See the whole cut corn in front of you. Cut beans over there. Yeah, this is badass. This is a badass spot.
I know this camera's pretty good.
That is all she wrote. Pretty damn. That took all of about 37 seconds. Now we gotta go pick up one of our cameras. It's up in here. There was a few bucks on here this morning, actually. I'm pretty decent 3-year-old. It can't be too far away. Yeah, I like this spot in here. That's the eagle's nest stand that I hunted. Pretty cool. I don't want to walk out this way just to see what's over here. Take these opportunities to do a little scouting and such. Alright, you guys. We got done with all of our things. All of our fixins today. And Dean and I are in it to win it together one more night. But we gotta walk. You probably can't even see.
There's a curvature in the earth walking.
There is. There's a curve. It's so far. It's over the horizon from us. The curvature of the earth is actually blocking where we have to go to. It's like looking at a ship out at sea. You can only see its steam poles. But we're in it to win it. This is the blind that we set up on the first day. I sat at one time. There's been a shooter in front of it 3 different days, and we're going to. It's perfect. We're going to get it. We're going to get in there. Gosh, if we only had an electric bike, we could just be like, we can open that thing wide open. No, you probably don't need that, so bring it. Yeah, bring it. All right. Get ready for the slow shoulder burn. Might as well do lunges on the way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last shebang. The last rodeo in Kansas for 2024. Been a hell of a ride.
Yes, it has.
My goodness.
Hell of a ride.
In Kansas, I mean, it's just like anywhere else. Anywhere else that we've hunted out of state or anything, like, you don't just come here and start whacking deer right off the rip. You just don't do it.
No.
You don't do it.
No, you don't.
Even when you're with, somebody who's established themselves here in deer hunting and all that.
Yeah.
It's just you're learning the deer, you're learning how to hunt them, you're learning the area. It ain't easy.
Well, and we prefer it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, the cool thing is, in a lot of spots, at least, Parker kind of gives us the reins to, like, figure it out. Yeah,
for sure.
If we want to make adjustments or go do something, go do it. But that's the fun of it, honestly.
Yeah, and Kansas has a different standard of whitetail, and we've kind of stuck to that standard as far as killing or what we want to kill. We've had opportunities to shoot a lot of different bucks, and I mean, Dan, the one on the first night that you passed this trip was just an incredible deer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, but the reason you did that was to get a chance at something
that I did.
like you did.
Yeah. Like you did. But I mean, we're here. We're like, this is now I think we would consider a lifelong chase here, which we're extremely lucky and grateful for the opportunity to even be here. Yeah. As young lads, hunting our small chunks in western New York and doing it more of a western style. It got pretty western back in the day. It did. Shooting, I mean, we shot anything and everything. And we've kind of evolved and adapted, but we watched the people that we looked up to in the hunting world. We watched them, like, in different parts of the country. But Kansas was always a focal point. It was always a place of high interest, I would say. Oh yeah, always. So the fact that we're here and digging the roots in a little bit is cool. Dream come true. No. True. No joke. You know, we had a lot of different options of places to hunt tonight, but we chose to come and enjoy the last ride out together as we started. So, last day of the trip. I mean, we have the buck that is in here, Cornrows. He was in here last night in daylight, plenty of daylight. Yes, he was. He was in here this morning around, what'd you say, 6:45? Yeah. How do you feel about that? That's what you want to see. Normally that means they're bedded up close. And still not as cold as yesterday, but you can already feel it. You can feel it chilling down. These deer should want to get up soon. I think I see a coyote. Am I nuts? Where at? I think it's a couple. There's a deer. I can see that brush pile out in the cow pasture.
Oh, it's coyotes. 2 of them. Two coyotes. Where they go? Oh, they're just... doing the jumbo. Kicking. That's wild. That's a cool looking dog. His orange ears. Both of them are pretty cool looking. Oh man, those are 2 cool looking freaking coyotes. They're coming this way. You should knock an arrow. Start to get the shadows now. I can tell you I was riding your confidence because
You didn't love this spot.
no.
It's just so hard when you got a mature buck. He's been the most daylight active the whole week.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you not listen?
No, I know. It's been, and it was a north wind literally every single time. And honestly, the other days, like, he straight up wasn't in here. It was kind of crazy. But I agree with you. I mean, he was showing us the way, but that bastard's too damn smart.
That's kind of, I guess I'm thinking about it now too. Freaking Linda's. None of those deer daylighted on the south.
No, I mean, you gotta think, they're gonna give themselves the advantage, especially this time of year.
And
That's why I say,
when I missed the tight rack 10, it was a west wind and they all went east and he came in from that way.
yeah, these deer are not stupid. I mean, think about the mesquite. It was a west wind, and it's a learning lesson, because if you know where or suspect where they're bedding, you've got to partially at least give them the wind. You know.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you hunt it then?
I mean, it's hard. There was just a lot of things on this trip that just said we weren't going to freaking kill anything. A lot of things. Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
But we should have had one. And if I would have shot that one, you probably would have been in Linda's. Just the crazy thing. So this is pretty much Dean being a royal.
No, I mean, it was just, yeah, and I wish too that we could seek that deer more, because I don't know.
The deer I hit?
Yeah.
Shit, if the drone thing was legal here, I would have paid someone to
Oh, for sure.
go find him.
100%.
At least let me know what he's doing.
Right. Yeah, no, that was
It's kind of annoying that it's not legal, because
you could at least have closure.
yeah,
In some way.
If for some dumb reason that deer's wasted, that's hindering that. That's holding you back from finding him. Because you can't just go walking around people's property.
No, you can't. Damn Kansas. I thought that was, yeah, I mean, if you would have told me 2 trips out here,
Neither of us
fill tag, I'd have been like,
not a chance.
I will put my savings that is false. But once again, they humble you.
Yeah, and again, I had 2 opportunities, so can't really say we got skunked, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Both opportunities are just so mind-boggling to me, because, like, in the one, I'm like, gosh, like, that shot was right there, and I'm like, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't. I don't know. But the other, I mean, that 10, like, that was the most incredible duck that I've ever seen, without having a clue that you're there. I mean, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that was absolutely insane. They had a tough shot.
I just, like, You were in the moment, like when you see, obviously you see on the video, but how he's standing, like the last thing I'm thinking is like, oh, this is a tough shot.
No, I know.
You know?
And I was thinking that too, like when I saw the other doe down there.
This is it. He's freaking.
Yeah, this is your shot.
This is.
I'll see you waiting for. He's right there.
And yeah, I'm not like the least of that shot. I have zero regrets with. Like I really don't, because I'm like I know.
Yeah, you put the.
I know where I was holding it.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, my yardage on my pin, everything was right. Like I have no regrets about that. I don't know what I could have done different other than aim 6 inches underneath.
No, you're never giving up.
And then you miss them. No, you can't do that.
No way.
So that one is what it is, but the other one's gonna eat at me for a while.
We win together, we lose together, but we still winning because we're hunting fucking Kansas. So
I mean, you're right. You're all right.
but gosh damn, as a hunter, like I don't know why it's so like hard to take the defeat sometimes.
That's why it's an addicting sport.
Yeah.
Well, at least for certain people. But it is, I mean, there's a reason we kept coming back to North Dakota.
It's because it was so hard.
It was worse than this.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, we weren't even seeing
We
deer.
were like, it was, yeah. You start figuring out properties and you start thinking different things. And you're like, damn, if I was over here. Or set up something this way. It would be different. Good thing it's last night.
Oh, damn it, Kansas.